Ecclesiastes says that all of us have eternity hardwired in our hearts. We're forever people. I'm not talking about being spiritual. I'm not talking about doctrine. Every human being that was made has eternity hardwired in his or her heart. Isn't that amazing? Because we were not created to live short-focused, small agenda lives. Remember the plan in the beginning, that life was to give way to life, 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 on into eternity. That was the plan. And so we're meant to live these long view lives. But we live in a culture that in no way enforces, encourages, stimulates the reality of forever. You won't have many university classrooms this year who will invest themselves in a stimulating discussion of eternity. There won't be many movies that you can watch at your local theater that will have as an important part of the plot eternity. Diane Sawyer won't finish her broadcast saying, "But remember, this is not all there is. There is a forever." This is Diane Sawyer, the ABC News. You won't hear that. There's been this radical shift in the philosophy, the operational theology of Western culture that has taken eternity away from us. Somebody stole eternity and it's killing us. It's hurting us. Because you see, if you don't have eternity, then the agenda is you load all of your hopes and dreams into the here and now. You hope somehow here and now can become a paradise that it will never be. You put way too much expectations on people. You put way too much hopes on this broken, fallen world, and you're crazy, and you drive the people around you crazy, and it all just ends in a great big mess. Now, one of the zeals of my life, and people who know me know this, is that I only know how to do one thing. It's to take these pieces of theology that we say we believe and draw down chords to where we live every day. Because I think we need to reject any form of theology that's an end in itself. Because theology is meant to be a means to an end, and the end is a radically transformed life. All theology is meant to be transformative. All theology is meant to change you. And if your theology doesn't change you, you either have bad theology or you're not living true to your theology. That's it. Because theology should just turn your life upside down. It should take you apart and rebuild you again. There's a violence to theology because it's meant to decimate where you're living and rebuild you in a much better way. Now, if it's true that we have eternity forever hardwired in our hearts, then there are moments in all of our lives where we cry out for forever. We just don't know it. When you're watching the suffering of another person and you wish you could just do this and it would go away, you're crying for forever. When you're facing the death of somebody and you don't know how you're going to get beyond it, you're crying for forever. When you're dealing with injustice or racism, you're crying out for forever. It's hardwired inside of us. Now, here's what this means. It means we just live in a very weird schizophrenia. We're just all a bunch of schizophrenics. Most of us are pretty functional, but that's what we are. Because this thing lives inside of us. That's the way God designed us, because He designed us to live with Him forever. So He built it inside of us. It's part of your hardwiring. It's not first a theological choice. It's the choice of the Creator. Yet, we tend to live too much captivated by right here, right nowism.